Welcome back, everybody. Time now for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
Today we are joined by Rochelle Fritsch from MilwaukeeMoms.com and Jeff Wagner back with us. Two Florida girls accused of bullying a 12-year-old girl until she committed suicide. A sheriff says one of the girls posted on Facebook she didn't care the victim died. The 12 and 14-year-olds have been charged as juveniles with felony aggravated stalking. Should these girls be charged in this case?
Oh, this is just, it's so tragic on so many levels. I think of the mother that lost the child that committed suicide. I think of the parents of the girls who did the bullying. There's no easy answer to this, especially in the case of the young lady who posted that she did it and she wasn't sorry about it. To me, I don't know if this warrants being punished in prison or whatever, or if it warrants some mental help, because that isn't a quote-unquote normal response to someone dying. It's just not.
She didn't just post a tweet about it. She said, yeah, I did it, and I don't give a bleep.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do with that kid?
Well, but here's the problem.
See, something has to be done.
Right, but I just don't think this is a crime. I mean, this is a really what they did was horrible. There's no question about it. But bullying goes on all the time. Now, this was just an extreme response. Are we really going to lock up, every 2 or 3 kids that, send nasty emails and use Facebook to go after it? It's awful. It's appalling. And I mean, I think schools need to be done. But from a criminal justice perspective, I don't think this is a crime. I think they're going to have a tough time proving it, even though there's a horrible reaction. These kids, what they did was awful, but was it a crime? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, but aren't there laws on the books? I've read someplace that there are laws in every state except one, I can't think of it right now, about bullying, because it has gotten so bad, especially in cyberspace now.
It's almost a form of stalking, I would think.
Well, and that's what they tried to charge these people with, which is which is stalking. But I mean, typically the stalking statutes are for different types of things. If you want to make laws against bullying, I would say make laws against bullying. But then again, how do you apply these? Because what is bullying? This was an extreme response. How are you going to define that? It's a societal problem, no question about it.
I don't know.
I don't know how you
no easy answers.
I mean, we know what we want to do to these kids.
And you would hope the parents would handle it, but if they're not, I think the system has to step in some
way. I think there needs to be mental health help. I do.
Well, let's hope they get it. All right. That's
What's Hot and our viewer's choice topic of the day.
Again, we have Rochelle Fritsch here and Jeff Wagner. You know him from the radio. Okay, former Packers player Donald Driver says he's done. He's not coming back after recent injuries to Randall Cobb and James Jones. Lots of calls going out. Driver. But,
we want to see the dance.
But Quickie says he's having fun right now. He's an author. He's doing all this other stuff. Doesn't want to come back. Should the Packers, though, make a push to bring him back?
I am so glad he says he's got no interest. I'm a huge Donald Driver fan, don't get me wrong, but I just hate when these athletes that I love stay too long. And the truth is, while he's in great shape, I think he realizes he's not what he was at one point in time. No disrespect. I'm glad he's staying on the sidelines. I want to remember him like he was.
I totally agree. I mean, for all those reasons, and to me it's the other obvious reason. So let's say I win the lottery and I stop working because I can, and I can travel, or either I retire and now I'm benefiting from the fruits of my labor. I don't want someone calling me and saying, geez, I'd feel so much better if you'd just come back to work.
Yeah,
let the man enjoy his retirement.
Well, and I remember, when I was a kid, Johnny Unitas was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. The Baltimore Colts cut him. He ends up playing the last year in San Diego. It was just embarrassing. Yeah. Joe Namath should have retired. Willie Mays. They all stayed too long at the dance. Donald Driver, he's on to a great new career or careers. I say that's great.
Sometimes it doesn't go well always when you come back. I think Michael Jordan was the exception, but then he kind of ruined that when he went on to baseball.
Well, but even so, Courtney, that's a great point. Michael Jordan, even after he made his second comeback, at the end when he was playing for Washington and stuff, he wasn't the Michael Jordan we remember.
When he came back to the Bulls, it was great, but then, he kind of kept pushing it. So I think that Donald Driver is a class act. He's made the right choice. And, then you don't have that but when people talk about your career.
Right.
Yeah.
right? And the Packers will be just fine. The Packers will be fine, mark my words.
Wasn't it the Mary Tyler Moore show that, go out on top? Isn't that where we got that lesson?
It's something that we could all learn from,
peak.
absolutely.
I'm sure Double D, though, loves that, he's still wanted.
Johnny Carson did it. All right, the What's Hot discussion will continue online. We're cutting it short today because we had a lot of news going on. TMJ4.